Okay, let's dive into something that honestly is probably a nightmare scenario for anyone on a cruise. A person overboard. Imagine that awful moment, maybe a loved one falls from this huge ship. What happens then? Your instinct kicks in, sure, but what about all the safety protocols?
It is a chilling thought. And today, yeah, we're doing a deep dive into a pretty extraordinary incident where exactly that happened. It was on a Disney cruise ship just recently. You had this incredible moment of, well, a father's bravery meeting a really swift, effective response from the ship's crew.
Right. We're pulling the details from a People article that just came out, actually, June 30th, 2025. It's titled, Dad Jumps Overboard to Save Daughter After She Falls from Cruise Ship,
Right.
reports.
Yeah, and our goal here, is to really understand the sequence, what happened, when, and to appreciate the actions, the immediate reactions, and also look at how the ship's safety systems were, well, put to the ultimate test. It had a miraculous outcome, thankfully. This dive is about that mix, isn't it? Quick reflexes, good training, and I guess the reassurance that even when things get scary, real help can be there, like within minutes.
Okay, so let's set the scene for you. We're talking the Disney Dream. Big ship. It was heading back to Fort Lauderdale. This was Sunday, June 29th, coming back from a four-night trip to the Bahamas. They'd stopped at Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point. That's Disney's private island spot. It seemed like a normal end to a cruise. Until it wasn't.
Exactly. And what happened? It happened fast. Reports say a young girl fell off the fourth deck, deck four. Now, just for context, deck four on a ship like the Dream, that's a significant drop. You're looking at maybe 40, 50 feet above the water, give or take.
Wow. Yeah, that's high. And the truly remarkable part is what happened literally split seconds later. Her father reportedly just jumped straight into the water after her. I mean, think about that. Pure instinct.
Absolutely. No hesitation.
And there was a passenger, Kevin Ferruda, who heard the announcement right after, the official call over the loudspeaker. He heard mob, that's man overboard, mob, port side being the left side of the ship. Chilling, but crucial.
It really is. And you see this convergence, don't you? This instant human courage, the dad's action, and then the ship's protocols immediately starting up. He's rightly being called a hero in the news reports. Like Kevin Friuda said, very simply, her dad went in after her. That says it all, really, the urgency.
It does. But it wasn't just the dad's heroism, as incredible as that was. The ship's response itself was incredibly fast. Ferruda also mentioned, he said, the DCL rescue team, Disney Cruise Line's team, was on it immediately. Not like a few minutes later. Immediately.
Spot on. And Disney Cruise Line confirmed that in their official statement to People. They said, quote, "The crew aboard the Disney Dream swiftly rescued two guests from the water." And they specifically praised their crew for, quote, "exceptional skills and prompt actions, ensuring both were back on the ship safely within minutes." Within minutes phrase, it sounds good, but achieving that in open water from a massive ship, that takes serious coordination.
It really does. And you wonder, what makes that possible? How do they do it that fast? Is it just drills, or is there tech involved, or?
It's definitely both. It has to be. They run man overboard drills constantly. I mean, relentlessly. Everyone, from the bridge who immediately marks the GPS spot and sounds the alarm, to the specific crew members who launch the rescue boats, they all have practiced roles. So the technology, like GPS, ship maneuvering capabilities, communication systems, it's all integrated with that human training. It's a system designed for speed. That's how within minutes becomes achievable, even though, yeah, it sounds almost impossible.
Makes sense. And, beyond the official statements, you get these little details from other passengers that really paint a picture. There was another passenger, Marianne Sutherland. She posted on Facebook about it. She wrote, "A little girl fell overboard, and her father jumped in to save her." And then she added this detail. Apparently, the dad sat her on the railing. Now, that's obviously a passenger's account, just one perspective shared online. Does that detail about the railing sort of change how we look at the start of it?
That's an interesting point. It's one person's observation reported secondhand about maybe how the fall initiated. But I think for understanding the response, the core of this story remains the immediate actions after she was in the water. Regardless of the exact cause, the fact is, she fell, her father went in, and the rescue sequence was triggered instantly and effectively. That's the key takeaway for safety protocols, I think.
Right, the focus is on the rescue itself. And then there was also video footage. Someone named Janice Martinasuk posted a video on Facebook. It showed a lifeboat out there in what looked like, choppy water. You can see people inside it. So that really confirms it, right? Real-time evidence of the rescue happening, the conditions they were dealing with.
Exactly. It grounds the story. And it all points to the outcome, which is thankfully, the best possible one. Disney's statement underlined their commitment, saying, we are committed to the safety and well-being of our guests, and this incident highlights the effectiveness of our safety protocols. And the most crucial part, no injuries reported.
No injuries after falling from Deck 4 and a subsequent rescue in potentially choppy seas. That's incredible.
It really is. It shows that convergence again. Human instinct, the father's bravery, meeting this highly drilled, technologically supported system. It's a powerful reminder, isn't it? When you think about being on these huge vessels, or really any crisis situation, that these systems are in place and they can work remarkably well.
Yeah, absolutely. So this deep dive, it's shown us, well, incredible personal courage, for sure, but also just how vital those well-practiced safety drills and a super responsive crew are. They turned what could have been an absolute tragedy into a successful rescue in minutes. It underscores how these complex systems are there, kind of humming in the background, ready to protect you even when the totally unexpected happens.
And it leaves you with a thought, doesn't it? This whole incident where that split-second fatherly instinct met an immediate institutional reaction. It makes you wonder, in these really high-stakes moments, how much does our gut instinct rely on knowing, somewhere deep down, that there are protocols? And conversely, how much do those protocols depend on someone having the courage to, well, hit the go button, or in this case, jump? What does that interplay mean for how we maybe prepare for crises in our own lives?